Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special video for you guys. It has been a long time coming, but I finally hit Legend rank in the Go Battle League. And this is like the first time I ever hit Legend. I've never been able to hit it before, and actually I have been playing Go Battle League since the first season that it came out. So right now the gameplay that's happening in the background is just some of the sets that I played right before I got to Legend. I actually came super close to getting to Legend several times. Now I know I never really posted a video with commentary for when I hit Expert, but I did hit Expert about 2.5 weeks ago when it was EV Community Day. I hit it on the first day of EV Community Day right before it started, which was a great way to start off my day. And the set that I played when I hit Expert wasn't the best, so I kind of decided not to make a video on it. But then yesterday I went ahead and uploaded that set anyway because I know that some of you guys might be interested in seeing it, and you guys can learn from my mistakes. If you want to go ahead and watch that, I uploaded the set by itself, no commentary, on my YouTube channel, just so that the whole journey can be complete and then you can see the whole journey on YouTube. So as I mentioned earlier, I got really close to Legend several times, and I have all the ratings I got to up on the screen right now. I got to 2992, which was 8 points off of Legend, and then I dropped to 2977, then I went back up to 2990, and this set I'm showing you right now this is the set where I hit 2992. I hit it with, it was Stunfisk Double Grass. And then the set after this one that I'm going to show really quickly, this one was where I hit 2990. And then after this set, I went on a lose streak down to 2964. And then the set I'm going to commentate on is the one where I hit Legend. And starting at 2964, I was not expecting it at all. I thought I needed at least a 5-0 to get to Legend, but it was a really nice surprise. So hitting Legend has been super important to me, especially since I started a YouTube channel and my Instagram, because I want people to see that I do understand how to play the game. I'm not, by far, not an amazing battler. I cannot battle as well as some of the top battlers in this game, but I do know a few things about Go Battle League, and I have been working so hard this season to improve, to get better at the game. So hitting Legend was really important to me. It was a way of sort of proving myself and sort of proving that, sort of showing that I was qualified to give advice on YouTube. I know it sounds weird, but like, you want to take advice from someone who has made it there if you're trying to climb. And even though I do like to do those videos where I use some weird Pokemon like Tropius, I wanted to show that even when I'm using those weird Pokemon, I knew how to build teams and I knew how to battle. I knew how to count. All those little things. So that's why it was important for me to hit Legend. I am not letting it go to my head. I know I still have so much improvement to do, but it was nice to finally get there. And I really wanted the pose. Let's be honest, we all want the pose, we all want the outfit from Expert. Thankfully, they made it the requirement less for the outfit. They made it just Expert level. So that was nice. And I was ready to give up just at Expert. I got the outfit and I was happy with that. But then to my surprise, I kept climbing and I got really close to 3,000 rating. And I'd never gotten this close before. As I said, in the past I have gotten to Expert before. Last season I actually only reached Veteran. It was really tough for me. Especially since the season before I had reached Expert in Master Premier, and then they removed that, and then I was struggling in all the other leagues. But this season, I told myself I was going to focus on Ultra and Great League, to improve on them because I really wanted to climb this season. So the team I'm showing in the current set, the one that's going by really quickly right now, is the team that actually got me to Legend. It's Talonflame, Umbreon, and Obstagoon. I actually got this team from PvPoke. I was studying that thing so much because what happened was I hit Expert with Abomasnow Double Water in Ultra Premier, and then I got really used to that team, and I got really high in the 2800s with that team. So when they removed Ultra Premier, I kind of panicked, not gonna lie, and I know how to play ABB teams, so I thought, okay, maybe I can find another ABB team that I could use, especially for Great League and Ultra League. Ultra League mostly because I have the most experience in Ultra League. I knew Ultra League was my best league, or my best performing league. So I found this team on PvPoke and I tried it out and I really, really liked it. It was similar to some of the Double Dark teams I had been using in Great League. It's a typical ABB team. You have the Fairy type counter at the start, or even it's a flyer, so it also counters fighters technically, even though I found myself struggling against Machamp. And what I like about this team is, sure, it's an XL team, but it is one of the easier XL teams to get because you had Eevee Community Day and you had Talonflame Community Day. Unfortunate for the people who are under level 40 though. I know, I totally feel for you guys not having any XL candies, and that sucks. Maybe there's a way to make a Fire Double Dark team that is non-XL. I would have to try that out sometime. But this team is pretty solid. However, as you can see, I was going back and forth between Great League and Ultra League. So actually in the set where I hit Legend, I also used a Great League team in the first half of that set. I used Shadow Nidoqueen, Obstagoon, and Vigoroth. So without further ado, let's get into the set where I reached Legend. Alrighty, so starting off in Great League, let's see what we get on the lead. Hopefully a lead one. We'll see. Gotta love that little doodle of Vigoroth. Okay, so Nidoqueen versus Chestnut, really good lead for us. I will have to watch out for Energy Ball because it does neutral damage and it will do a ton to Nidoqueen because of that ground typing. But these Poison Fangs are super effective and he let it go. But I am going to shield Nidoqueen to keep it healthy. And then he brings in Castform. Okay, so this is still very good for me. I have double counter users in the back, and that's going to be super effective against Castform, which is a normal type. So I bring in Vigoroth, and I'm just going to spam these Body Slams at it. It gets to another move, but I figured this was too fast for Energy Ball, and it is a Weather Ball, so we're good there. Vigoroth is still pretty healthy, and then he brings in Alolan Marowak. Okay, this is fine. I can bulldoze it. Let's see if he shields it. He shielded it, and we have Obstagoon in the back, and it will be doing super effective with those Night Slashes. But I decide to get a little fancy here and go ahead and lower the Marowak's defense with Poison Fang. And actually, we managed to take some of the energy here as well because he decides to throw a Bone Club. And then I swap Obstagoon. He throws another Bone Club. This is fine. We can take it. It's not going to do that much damage. And I am actually expecting the swap. I knew he was going to try to sack swap, so I kept farming. And then he brings in Marowak again. He's just going to keep spamming these Bone Clubs, and at this point, there's nothing he can do. Obstagoon is almost at, well, it is at 2 Night Slashes, sorry, and I think it can get to a third as well. So, GG's to my opponent. He decides to surrender here. That was more of a luck-based game. Not much skill there. It was just my team countered his. So thankfully we got that win. I make so many mistakes in this set that I wouldn't have made if I wasn't under pressure. I was under pressure in a lot of these sets. So another lead one, sort of. This is the set where I lag. That's what I remember from this set. So we throw the Earth Power and we manage to take a shield. And then I freeze and I have no idea how many smackdowns he's at right now. But when I get back in, or when it stops lagging, I know I have to shield this flamethrower to keep my Nidoqueen healthy because I haven't drawn out the fighter yet, or the fairy type yet. So I swap into Vigoroth. I managed to draw out the Medicham, which is good. Vigoroth will actually have a decent matchup against Medicham because it can get to the body slams pretty quickly, so it can spam them pretty quickly. So Medicham will be at a pretty low health, decent health for Nidoqueen to farm down. And I actually go ahead and throw the Poison Fang instantly because he's out of move, and Medicham will do super effective damage against my Nidoqueen. So he does bait us with the power-up punch, and I'm guessing this might be another power-up punch. Yeah, and it is, so it's fine. And then he brings his Bastiodon back in, and look at that, he's already at another Stone Edge or Flamethrower. That's because I lagged, and like I said, when I lagged, he managed to get in a bunch of smackdowns, and I don't know how many he was at. So that's unfortunate. This game is still winnable. I'll just have to see what he has in the back, and it's a Azumarill, so not winnable anymore. I have no shields for Nidoqueen, and if this Azu has Ice Beam or Hydro Pump, I basically get one shot, and my Nidoqueen doesn't have any health anymore, so it will go down to the bubbles. The bubbles are enough to take it out, and it's not going to do enough damage to this Azu. It didn't even need to throw a charged move because I was going to go down anyway. And yeah, so this is the one loss we get in the set. GG's to my opponent, well played. And actually, because I lost here, I decided maybe I'd switch up my team a bit and try out some Ultra League for the remaining sets, or sorry, for the remaining games in this set. So quickly switching out my buddy to Umbreon to get that buddy boost, and me believing in the algorithm, I wanted to confuse the algorithm as much as possible by switching up. So, but yeah, it's just my conspiracy theories. Anyways, now we're going into the Ultra League with the Talonflame, Obstagoon, and Umbreon team. Let's see what we get on the lead. We get Talonflame versus Ninetales. Okay, so this is an amazing lead actually. And then he swaps in Cress, and then I'm going to swap into Umbreon because Umbreon has a better matchup against Cress. Because these Moon Blasts, while they are super effective, they will do less damage to Umbreon. And Umbreon is a champ. It can take 2 Moon Blasts and then possibly shield the third. I do have to try to win switch here because I believe that Alolan Ninetales has Charm. So I am going to shield the third Moon Blast. So getting to another foul play, he gets to another Moon Blast. I will shield here. And then I'm going to throw the foul play, farm up a little bit because the Psycho Cuts won't do much to Umbreon, and then I can have a little bit of energy for the Ninetales. And yes, it is using Charm, so it's a good thing that I was able to win switch there. I'm glad my opponent chose not to shield the Cresselia. So coming back in with Talonflame, and then he instantly swaps into Giratina, and then I can instantly swap into my Obstagoon. So Obstagoon hard counters Giratina. These Shadow Claws are doing absolutely nothing to Obstagoon. And on top of that, we get a boost from the Night Slash. So this Giratina is going to have a really hard time right now. Again, this game came down to luck. It came down to my team countered his team, and there wasn't much that the opponent could do here. They brought back in Ninetales, and I decided to throw the Night Slash because I didn't want him to do too much damage to me, and our switch timers were a little bit out of sync, so my switch timer wasn't up yet. But then I could bring in Talonflame again, and he decides to shield the Ninetales actually, which is a slightly questionable move because he could have potentially saved the shield for his Giratina against Obstagoon. But anyways, this is a game 1. And actually, I use a questionable shield there as well. I probably shouldn't have shielded the Talonflame. I shielded thinking I could get to a Brave Bird, but I couldn't. And actually, look at this, the timer right now. It's at 16 seconds, and I was panicking here because I wasn't sure if I could make it to another Night Slash, and it gets down to 3 seconds, and I get to one more Night Slash, which KOs the Giratina. And then we take that win, and that was the third game of the set. So that was very close. Actually, a lot of these games are super, super close. A lot of the games I was playing at 2,900 ELO, so close. Okay, so we have Machamp versus Talonflame. I mentioned earlier that I struggled against Machamp, and actually I should have expected the cross chop here. He only did 6 counters, I think, but I need to take the Machamp out with my Talonflame. So expecting him to double shield here, and he does. So I have to make the decision of whether I want to use my last shield or whether I want to save it. So I decide to save it. Alright, so I'm going to bring in Umbreon because Umbreon will take a lot less damage than our Obstagoon, which is double weak to counter. So I'm getting destroyed by this Machamp here. I have to throw another Foul Play. I couldn't save that energy for the next Pokemon. And all I can do here is hope that whatever is in the back is going to be weak to Obstagoon so that I can sweep with it. And actually, look at that. He has double Steel in the back. So I shield this in case it's a close combat. It's not. And I managed to throw the cross chop here. Let's hope it gets him low enough into farm down range. And then it's just enough. So now I have a ton of energy stored up on Obstagoon that I can unload on the Stunfisk. I am thinking if this will be enough. It should be enough. The Earthquake won't KO. It'll do like half my health. We'll see how much this does. Yeah, about half. So we can get to another cross chop there. My opponent decides to surrender, and we take that 4th win. Alright, next game is gonna be super intense. I am telling you guys right now. This one I posted on Instagram. I remember it because I messed up so much here. I was so nervous. So we have Giratina on the lead, and I'm gonna instantly swap into Umbreon, hoping to draw out that dark type counter, and we get a counter user. We get the Escav. And obviously my opponent's going to want to come into Escav because it is double weak to fire and it doesn't want to see Talonflame. So this is where things get dodgy. Me seeing how low Escav is right now, I'm thinking this was Mega Horn, but it wasn't. And I decide to shield to possibly win switch so that I could guarantee that my Obstagoon will line up with Giratina because I still don't know what's in the back. I was actually reading another dark type counter in the back because it made sense to me that the opponent would be running Giratina double dark type counters. So I thought if I saved Umbreon, I would draw another dark type counter. But then look what happens. I get hit with an acid spray, and then oh no, my opponent is trying to farm me down with this Melmetal. So all I can hope here is do as much damage as I can with Umbreon and then get one Incinerate off on the Melmetal so that he is in farm down range for Obstagoon, because Melmetal can near KO both of the Pokemon I have in the back. And so I completely sacked Talonflame there. I don't know if that was the right move. Maybe I should have swapped Talonflame into Melmetal earlier. I don't know. That was really dodgy. But now it's going to be super close. We're both at 1 shield, and all I can do is hope that I can spam these Night Slashes and I get a boost. So the game's helping me out here a little bit. But he still has that shield in the way. And actually the win condition that I was thinking of was if he tries to swap Melmetal in to catch a move from me, I can farm him down. And that's exactly what I was expecting, and he did that, thankfully, so that I could have that additional energy on Obstagoon. And it's actually going to come down to a CMP tie because he gets to 5 Shadow Claws, and because my Obstagoon is boosted, 1 Night Slash can take him out. So that was extremely close, and I think I could have played that a lot better, but GG, well played to my opponent. And here I'm thinking, I'm just sitting there thinking, there's no way I'm gonna get to legend in this set, right? I'm at 2964, and that's like 36 points off. But then to my surprise, I hit legend. Finally, I've been waiting for this for so long. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Make sure to leave a comment if you have any suggestions. And until next time, I will see you all later.